Imagine yourself as a young man, or woman. You just moved to Washington, D.C., where no matter how much you earn, you can't pay the rent. So how are you supposed to make a living? Should you put in extra hours at work and earn a paycheck? Should you invest your hard-earned money to gain profit after years of reading and learning about the stock market? Should you buy... No, you shouldn't buy that. Gentlemen, we go bank. No, I mean we literally go bank to make a withdrawal from other people's... We're doing a robbery. Welcome to the Payday Gang. The only place where Americans, British, communists, sociopaths, and YouTubers come together to commit crimes. You may not believe it, but this was the crew that robbed the fucking White House. So put your trust in the Payday Gang and let's get rich. I think the best way to describe Payday 2 is that it is a game. That's about all we can say as a fact. The rest is what you personally take away from the experience. It's impossible to categorize this game. One moment you're robbing a store downtown, a bit later you're playing the removed episode of Breaking Bad, then you're robbing the biggest bank of Washington for Gus Fring.
You see, I need my payday, too.
He said it! He said it!
And suddenly, you find yourself in the secret underground operations room of the fucking White House. I'm sorry, the White House bit is done. I suppose it's safe to say that things escalate pretty fast in Payday 2. You can argue that this game is weird, but hey, after 9 years, it's still alive. With all that said, the objective of the game is fairly simple. Steal from the rich, give to yourself. You see what I did there? Because, like, you know, the main theme of the game is like... Never mind. CrimeNet is a secret criminal network established by the mastermind Bane, designed for those who got balls, not brains. As a subscriber, there are over 70 different missions available for you, my fellow heister. Each of them being a chance to make some paper in the land of opportunities, Washington DC of America. All you need is a crew of 4 that happen to be in an acceptable synchronization level. The missions vary from holding up a store to sneaking inside a military shipyard and eventually hitting the presidential building itself. As the leader, you're given the choice to increase the risk level of your heist, which means higher payment, but would also increase the risk of failure, which results in tougher police units rolling in. So if you're willing to take the risk, be prepared for anything. And I mean anything, including electrocutioners, fucking CIA ninjas. Absolute unit bulldozers and medics. Look, I may have misunderstood the purpose of medics, but I don't even know why they exist. I get it, they heal the enemies that you injure, but how long do you think that guy's gonna live anyways? 2 more shots and he's dead again. I guess they should have made medics a bit more useful. Oh boy, let's not skip snipers. Oh my god, the fucking snipers. There's no way that you have played Payday 2 and did not hate these fuckers. They have almost perfect accuracy and always strike as groups. The moment you step outside in the open, these fuckers won't let you breathe. Another honorable mention would be a fucking APC turret! What the fuck is this thing doing here? It should be in Syria or something. I suppose it's safe to say that the key to a successful heist is in the preparations room. let's get into the actual reason of me making this video. The amount of freedom in planning that you have in Payday 2 is insane, especially when it's compared to other video games centered around crime of its age. Since GTA V revolves around a plot, let's use GTA Online as an example. Recently, Rockstar has come up with the idea to introduce multiple approaches for the heists such as the Diamond Casino or KwoteONE, but Payday has always been ahead in the matter. Planning is essential here. As a heister, you get to choose your approach. You can pick the stealth route, sneak around the cameras, pick the guards one by one and secure the bags without anyone noticing a thing.
What if it goes loud?
Or you can go loud, put planning and precision aside, walk inside guns blazing. Take what's yours by brute force, but also prepare to deal with heavy SWAT units. You need to always make sure that the tools you bring are suitable for the job. The gunsmith of Payday offers a large variety of weapons: assault rifles, shotguns, submachine guns, LMGs, snipers, akimbos, a fucking saw! Pick your desired loadout and modify your guns to suit you the best. If you prefer stealth, build your weapon with maximum concealment. If you crave loud, then I suggest raising the threat level of your weapon. But no matter how perfectly you construct your master plan, there will always be the possibility of things going south. Since game tends to shuffle around key locations in the heist, such as the security room, the vault, or the escape van. This little act of randomization significantly increases the replay value of each heist. Everything comes down to which kind of criminal you wish to be, which brings me to my next point. The Payday gang consists of 22 heisters, though only cosmetically, they vary from one another. Each of the gang members has their own unique personality traits and behavior. For example, Dallas is the mastermind. He stays cool under pressure and acts the way he should, like a leader.
I'm coming!
On the other hand, Sydney isn't familiar with patience at all. She's hot-headed and prefers to do everything loud.
You really need to come.
Just like I said, these differences are solely cosmetic. No heister has any advantages over another in the actual game. Given that some of the characters are DLCs, you may wonder, why should you pay your hard-earned money for a character that has no advantages over the ones you already own? The same reason you pay for a Fortnite skin. But this time, not only will you own a character, you will also be rewarded with a special weapon included with the DLC. I got this butterfly knife from Sydney's character pack. Pretty neat. Or this axe from Jacket's character pack. Yes, Jacket from Hotline Miami is a member of the Payday gang, which brings us to crossovers. Payday 2 has done some insane collaborations with famous franchises, some of which are in the form of characters such as Bodhi from Point Break, Jacket from Hotline Miami, Tony Montana from Scarface, or John Wick from... well, John Wick.
Why do you come?
Some in form of heists, such as the armored transport heists from the movie Heat, or the No Mercy job that takes place in the famous Left 4 Dead's No Mercy Hospital. Yeah, in case you guys didn't know, the Payday gang hits the No Mercy Hospital and steals a sample of a deadly virus, then sells it to an unknown buyer. So there's a theory that your boys here started the Left 4 Dead apocalypse. Finally, you have picked your target, planned your approach, created a loadout and assembled your crew. But before you go in, there's another important factor we need to discuss. The music. I know at this point it's pretty much a meme, but the soundtrack of Payday 2 is absolutely amazing. Each song has multiple variations intended for the specific stages of the heist, which fit perfectly with the intensity of the situation. Simon Viklund and Luke Castlevania did an amazing job boosting the atmosphere of the game. So, everything's set, you and your crew are prepared, there is no turning back now. From this point, your best bet is to work as a team. With that being said, the teamwork in Payday 2 is weird. It feels like the four of you just happen to be at the same location at the same time, not necessarily working as one. From the moment you put your masks on, each member of the crew will run off to do whatever the hell they want to do until everyone meets up at the escape van. Sure, you can place down consumable items such as medic bags or ammo packs that everyone can use. You can also revive each other, or should anyone go into custody, resurrect one another by taking a hostage. The police is somehow convinced to trade a fugitive who has gunned down 600 police officers with a single hostage, only to release the fugitive in the middle of the armed robbery again for more policemen to die. But that's as far as the teamwork really goes in Payday. There's a call button which, if pressed, can ask your teammates to assist you. But as far as I'm concerned, this button is total dog shit, since no one will have the slightest reaction to it. Of course, with the exception of the AI. What's that? The AI is garbage? The game is too hard? Stealth system is broken? Sounds like skill issue to me. No, I mean literally skill issue. There's a skill system in Payday 2 that, as well as upgrading you, will make the game much easier and more enjoyable. Skills that turn you into Jesus Christ and allow you to revive your teammates without even touching them, or they give you the ability to convince a law enforcer who has trained his whole life both mentally and physically to ensure peace and safety to join you in an ongoing armed robbery in less than 2 seconds. You don't even have to keep an eye on him. Once he joins your side, he will go out of his way to gun down his ex-teammates without a shred of mercy. Without spending your precious skill points, which you earn by leveling up, it's impossible to make any progress in the game. As you grow, you crave to earn more and more money, therefore you increase the risk level. But what to do when skills aren't enough? Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the most important element of your loadout: perk decks. These small rectangles make tiny changes on your character that can either make or break you. For example, if you want to become Neo from Matrix, pick the Rogue pack and dodge anything that comes your way. But maybe you aren't afraid of being hit. You want to get shot. You want to see the fear in your enemy's eyes as you stand unfazed after being shot point blank by assault rifles. Go stoic. Heal the pain within your flesh with a sip of alcohol. But with all seriousness, I love these decks. With a tiny bit of difference, it feels like you're playing a game with different rules every time. Genius move from Overkill. I believe so far your take on Payday would be a game about a crew who hits hotspots to get rich. But there's actually a story to this, with alternative endings, and if you know me, you don't. I love games with branched story paths, so this was a selling point to me, until I realized that the so-called story of Payday is basically a section in the game named Career, in which you do every heist in the game in chronological order. No cutscenes, just a short narration. And it's incredibly hard to follow. Basically there was Bane, he recruited 4 criminals, they robbed a bank, then some Russian guy named Vlad asked them to crash the mall. Then Hoxton got busted, so Houston took over his place. Then the Elephant contacted them, and for whatever reason he got Ron Perlman in the gang. Then some Japanese guy named Jiro joined the gang cause Bane knew where his son was. Dallas met a guy named Dentist who just happened to know his real identity. And then it turned out that the guy is immortal. Then he asked the Payday gang to take down a Russian mobster named the Commissar. That was the direct nemesis of Jacket from Hotline Miami. Then Bane fucking died and got reincarnated as the fucking president. What the hell? Like I said, it's incredibly hard to follow, but nevertheless it was a story and I enjoyed it.
I don't always look like I'm having fun. Believe me, I am having the best time of my life.
I enjoyed it. With all that said, Payday is a game about the journey. At some point you realize that you have so much money that you don't even know what to do with it. You would literally spend $200 million just to hold the card in the main menu. I know how infamy works. Funny how the game itself is also aware of how useless the money is, given that it quite literally allows you to burn all of your hard-earned money. All that remains is the experience you take away from the game. And the fact that though we have done each heist over 10 times, we still come back to Payday 2 is a clear indication that Overkill did a fantastic job. It's not good, it's just highly addictive.